way off. Adjust. That should be... Yeah, that works. Turn order down. All die. I mean, what?
What?
What? So, where we last left off... I'm trying to unpause. No, stream. Stop. I don't want to watch my own stream. Thank you. Where we last left off, here in our adventures in Ilhern, the party has been doing their damnedest to thwart a ritual that they've stumbled across, with the intent purely and initially to um, halt or make to answer for his crimes an individual known as Orson, um, with previous relations to everyone's favorite union. Things haven't been going so hot, the party having already lost their most recent acquisition of Nami, who, under the polite request of her patron, bless you,
Thank you.
um, sauntered into the camp, realizing that she had been put under some form of guise and the like, got a little cocky, and as the guise had worn out, was caught. Things happen that the party has no awareness of. Uh, the halfling Maribel having reacquired her corpse, unfortunately. Uh, the cleric getting a chance to give a vampiric lord the stink eye. Um, but we fast forward a little bit to the battle itself the following morning. Um, while a portion of you fought the actual undead horde, trying to act as party to distract the majority of the fighting force, giving time for Bella, Joseph, and the young halfling druid who had come to assist you all an opportunity to get into position. Bella herself, or at least someone residing within Bella, began her own ritual, that of a large firewall. Um, After sustaining a cavalry charge and holding their own, um, with a adorable duel between the unfortunate melee only orc and the spell levitate. Um, the firewall has been successful, cutting off the encampment's ability to travel south to some degree. At the cost, though, of Bella, or what seemed to be at least Bella's body, now in the form of a small baby pulled from the ashes, a whining little tiefling.
Wah.
Crippled and making your way back to the camp to regather yourselves, you found a kobold had secreted away within one of the food stock barrels, and was very much enjoying themselves. Introduced themselves as Ridra. We start now here as about 2 or 3 hours into the rest, having sorted out our tiny hut situation.
Twice.
It was only the one situation, sir.
Fair. But I had to cast it twice.
There you go, Joe. That's one way to look at it. Um, Rest for the lot of you comes easy more as a result of the sheer physical exhaustion of the day. Um, the first few hours more spent. I do not want to set up office on this PC. Fuck off. How ya? Seriously, what?
Chicken butt.
That's what, like 2 weeks in a row that things popped up. Um, Ideal and Union, particularly applying salve and wrapping up the smaller wounds that magic did not finish knitting up to regather yourselves. Rubbing out sore muscles and curling into your bedrolls to try and at least find some hours of passable darkness with the crimson sky above. Um, Ree has nested somewhere in the corner with baby Bella, um, sleeping rather soundly with a fairly grumpy look upon her face for a child. But Joseph, as is your way, you've opted, I believe, to not sleep once again. So in this pseudo trance of awakeness and sort of half watch upon the world around you as you avoid the realm of dreams and nightmares, um, another of your party stirs quite heavily. You note Riley, the cleric that you've now only known for you yourself only a day or so, um, having only brief introductions before you rode off to acquire your bear. Um, you watch as they get up and make their way out of the bubble, riverside, sometime about a little after midnight.
Well, knowing that the rest will be safe within the bubble, I will follow behind to kind of see what's going on.
There you witness Riley passing over. No, I'm joking. Um, Riley was a spy all along. Talk about
I knew it.
it. Talk about a deep plant.
Hmm.
All the way in Grafen. But Riley, by all means, what does Joe see as he watches you?
I mean, that's a way to put it. Kind of creepy.
I mean, that's what he's doing.
I'm not in any way like kind of hiding the fact that I've kind of followed you out of the bubble.
Um, well, Riley went down to the river to start with splashing his face as it is. Um, yep, just waking himself up. Doesn't notice you.
As he goes about his business, Joe just thinks that he's probably nervous um, before what is probably going to be a marvelous battle tomorrow. Just the calm before the storm, you might say. Um, Now outside the Great Dome, he will, with his very very tired eyes, look up at the sky Is it a clear night? Is it?
It's very light overcast. At the moment, overhead there is the midnight moon just there above. But more noticeably, out of the corner of your eye, both you and Riley catch a third thread of light as it lances into the sky quietly
From the
from the encampment.
ritual. The sky looks so alien at this point, I'm assuming.
Deep, heavy crimson. The moon itself is just a little past new moon phase.
So it'd be pretty dark if the sky wasn't so bright red.
There's enough light coming from it.
Yeah, if there's not enough light out here because of the night sky,
I was like from it, air quote.
that's one of the reasons why I was like, you know what? It's not like I can sneak out and follow her. The hell's all this light coming from? Um, our intention was to do something. We were just getting like a with the slight shudder, like a long night's rest.
The intention at the moment is recollecting your forces. Beyond that, I don't. There's no recollection of a
So we
plan
don't know
formed.
yet. Okay.
I will also note the two of you see the elementalist, the one who's really not talked to you all too much. He's actually sort of sitting down, his knees tucked into his chest, like already like half sitting in the water, just letting the water run past him, just shaking his head, and kind of looks over and sees you two. Just get the little can't sleep either.
No.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And now I'm looking at Joe. Did I wake you?
I was keeping watch. You didn't wake me.
Alright.
I find these times after great battles to be difficult to fall asleep. Playing it up since I know he doesn't really know me that well.
No.
Yeah, doesn't know the fact that I don't sleep.
I will note, Ridra, you are asleep. Otherwise, you're interrupting your long rest.
Who needs rest anyway?
The point of exhaustion you'll get without it.
I'm resting.
He's a cleric, right?
Riley, you know him to be a cleric, yeah.
I don't think we've ever discussed this before I left for my trip. What deity do you serve?
The Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen. I'm sure she was quite busy from yesterday's events.
Yeah. Quite.
Does
I
she ever speak to you personally, or
no. I mean, one long time ago. I mean,
hmm, personally, I don't know much about her following.
I'll admit I'm not your normal follower. I don't
How's,
I don't follow the churches. I just follow her teachings.
so I'm sure the blight that is currently on these lands must anger you quite a bit.
Quite.
And
I
what about? Go ahead.
fear I may not do this, but I can't leave either.
And what about you, elementalist
Uh, Alfred, if you please.
Alfred?
Uh,
Alfred the elementalist.
y- yeah. Uh, I'm actually bit lost. One eye kind of held us all together, you know, and I'm uh, pretty sure I was watching him burn. Um, that fire was. What the hell was that? I I've looked into the the planes, plane of fire, namely, fascinating, and I saw nothing like that.
Well, as someone who dabbles in the arcane arts, I I've never seen that type of fire myself, but I've heard of such sources. And I don't believe that that was of the elemental nature. Speaking of elementals,
Okay.
I noticed you sent quite a few of them onto the battlefield.
It's kind of all I can do. Um, I was not very useful in a short fight. And he's actually now starting to shiver. He's sitting in the cold water
Yeah, I know.
this whole time, but seems to be calming him down.
Yeah, chilling.
I wasn't gonna say it,
Yeah.
but yeah, kind of had a knack for it, and been with One Eye since I was, oh shoot, been about 10 years now.
Yeah.
Um, should have come sooner.
Yeah, you know, I met a few elementals not too long ago. Two in particular, they showed me that they have far more emotion than I expected elementals to have. But I'm sure you already know that.
Can't really gauge his physical response, but there's a sort of that shuddered breath release. The the older ones are more immutable, but several that spend time with us here on here. I mean, all are creatures of their environment, really. So you had a chance to speak with some. I'd much like to do
Yes.
that again. The little ones I borrow, they not much in way of uh, conversational lists.
Yeah, we had a job a while back that well there was a couple that were being used for almost like batteries for some automations.
The water shifts as he turns to now fully look at you. Where? They
I don't recall the names of the stuff, but
I am.
don't worry though. They're not, those specific ones aren't any longer in captivity. We assisted with that. It's actually one of the reasons why ever since I've heard that you were part of this group, I'd been meaning to ask you. There are two specifically, two water elementals that we helped. I've always been curious to know if they were able to get back to their plane.
Um, my energies are a little spent. Otherwise, I'd be more than happy to try and ask.
Yes.
I knew at least which body of water they were from. That would help.
Um, I believe their source was, well, the one was from the river.
He looks at the river like, "Am I swimming with a giant elemental right now?"
I don't think this is the same river.
It's not.
I say that out of character. I think it was the other river over by Insland.
Oh. Really? Should I make it out of this? I'll, should I track it down, I suppose.
Yes.
Life adventurer, right? Just never, uh, and kind of face in hands, never stops.
It's something.
But Mr. Riley, I do want to thank you. I don't know what magics you pulled from to fell so many so quickly. That was impressive.
Ellie just nods quietly.
Clambers out and lets the water start rolling off of it. Really should turn in for the night, I suppose. Um, we'll figure it out in the morning. Yeah. Adventure. And he just walks away.
Oh, now Rally feels even worse.
um, anything else between the two of you before we fast forward to the dawn? Riley, do you attempt to go back to sleep, or do you stay awake yourself?
I had nothing else. I was literally about to cut off the conversation myself to head back to the dome.
I don't think sleep will come.
Okay. Riley, I need a Constitution saving throw
I should have been ready for that.
from you. And do keep in mind that you do not get any of your spells or features back.
Yeah.
You did manage a short rest, so you can at least spend hit dice and the like, because you did rest for about 2 hours before this. The rest of you rise there in this strange dawn. The overcast at this point has carried off in a clear sky above as the light filters over the horizon. Um, Joe, you would have seen them already gather. The Mossbeards, the Halfling, and the Elementalists already in soft conversations over a very low burning, almost just nothing more than embered fire, heating up their rations for the morning. As the dome slowly fades back and collapses into the small bauble that is its focus. Everyone except Joe, obviously, and Riley, you get your long rest.
Yay, button has been clicked.
You may want to update your token.
Yes, that's probably a good idea. Both sides of it.
Um, Ree is a little busy playing Mother Hen at the moment. This way to have her step aside until she gets here. She said she was going to be late, but she's doing something else, actually. She's there.
Sounds like she's at grandparents. From what we lose. Dawn.
Squinting over there at Discord. Yeah. Grandparents.
Yeah.
Squint. I wonder if Don doesn't understand that his mic's muted and has like been trying to talk. He wouldn't do that. He's a smart chap. I don't see your light turning green. Nope, he just broke it. There he goes.
Well,
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
I was here. I just dealing with something.
Okay, well, welcome back.
Yep.
We got our long rest.
Yes, the last thing I heard was we were fast forwarding. We were waking up.
Union, other than the members who have already noticed it, you would catch that thin thread of light, the third one, lancing from the encampment to the sky.
As Union wake up, he would frown and sort of glance around at the other visible members of the party to see if they've begun to notice it as well.
Or just in a barrel.
Well, but yet, besides, well,
He
look,
said
the trash
visible.
lizard may not count.
Barrel lizard.
Barrel lizard.
By the
I
way,
mean-
as I wake up, beat the barrel with my scimitar.
Ah, I'm awake.
as Ideal does that, Union's gonna go over and sort of jerk his head in the direction of the other beam of light. I do not think that is a good sign.
No, does not look like it. But I don't know what our next step is.
We should discuss. Is everyone here?
I'm here.
You look about, everyone is present. Everyone except Elkvis.
Ah, yes. Hold on. Union will cast the Find Steed spell.
Elvis comes back. There's a small piece of one of his horns is still broken off from his crash.
Oh boy.
Starts looking around for Bella.
It's alright. Union's gonna go and like stroke the elf's nose and rub his flank.
Bit of soot falls off.
It's okay, don't worry.
So, what do we do from here? What can we do?
Well, first, Union goes over and lifts the top off the barrel.
Is it bright outside?
Ridra, it is sunlight.
Oh, God. Put the lid on, please. My eyes. Like curling in a ball, trying to hide my face.
There's noticeably less food in the barrel already.
Barrel lizard, what are you doing?
It is bright. My poor eyes. Please stop.
I cannot stop the sun.
Just put the lid back on.
If you're part of this party, you're gonna have to be up when we are.
Can we get you a hood or something? Is it the light?
Please, anything.
Alright. Union puts the lid back on.
Thank you.
Now for eye holes. Union draws his greatsword.
Ridra, all you hear is the shh.
I advise you to duck.
I can't duck more than I am.
Ah, well. Lathander, guard my blade.
Excuse me.
Yes, who are you?
That's rude. I'm technically your boss, I guess. as far as Riley and Jono, it's Alfred trying so hard to be assertive. Now that you actually see him in the daylight, and actually can catch, he has got his hood down. It's this very thin and like, very early age balding on an otherwise youthful face. Um, the left arm is currently wrapped in heavy bandage, but you can see peeking through it. There seems to be steam still coming off of it. And the arm itself is not moving. Uh, just what you want to? You had our supplies locked up in the bubble. I figured I'd could use a little bit of my food.
Oh, yeah.
He walks over the barrel and opens it up.
Oh God!
Uh,
Yes, we know.
Please close it.
just drops the lid on the ground and kicks the barrel over. And you see him drawing blade as he sees a kobold.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ish.
We have apprehended a thief.
You're still in my food.
Yes.
I'm not stealing it. I was forced to eat it.
By whom?
You locked me in here.
You wanted to be locked in here.
That's not the point.
I've just lost 3 of my companions in the last 12 hours. Am I killing the Dragonkin or no?
No.
Please don't kill me.
Not
you,
yet.
you don't get a vote.
Please, can I get a vote?
No.
Okay.
You vouching for this lizard?
For now.
No.
I said for now.
No, I'm not.
I mean, ideal. The
Look.
lizard cannot be out in sunlight. The lizard has admitted it is not good at fighting.
Closes the barrel after having evicted Ridra from it. The lizard can't sit on my food.
It was good food. Thank you.
He still has his dagger in his hand.
I'm gonna stuff my head in my backpack. It works as a hat.
Oh,
Can we get you sunglasses or something?
Sure.
you should probably
How?
read sunlight sensitivity.
Mm-hmm. It's a bitch.
Anyhow, I'm not really the planner, so to speak, but he points. Now everyone except Ridra has definitely been certainly pointed out to as the ritual has continued. Um.
So it's 3 days until an army supposedly gets here, correct?
Well, the Moss, excuse me, Alazar has mentioned his intent to try and, well, I guess, suss out their distance. So we'll lose him for a little while.
Okay. Good.
Yes. It seems with each passing hour, more lights are added to the sky.
And with each passing battle, we lose more and more friends.
I can't battle.
You're going to?
No, I'm not fighting kobold.
Then you'll
It's
be
fine.
eaten by undead.
Or this glacier beast.
Ridra does not want to be in me.
Richard, you're still sitting there, with your bag in your head in your bag. You just hear the sniff, 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 sniff of some
Enigma.
large creature behind you. It
I'm gonna run in the opposite direction.
You smack into the barrel.
Oh,
You're not sure, Union, but you're pretty sure Enigma's laughing in some way.
Well, I have nothing for this. But Elkfish is back.
Uh-huh.
I will say that in this current situation, he may be more useful than the kobold.
I am very useful. Ritter is the best investigator there is. Expert spy.
Did you just refer to yourself in the third person?
Ridra did.
She has confidence. I'll give her that.
She just ran into a barrel.
I am currently blind.
Have you considered not being blind?
Have you considered turning the sun off?
It sounds like a weakness of faith. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Ilthandar?
I have.
And?
I have.
Die, heretic.
Oh,
I smite the kobold.
what?
Okay. Roll to attack.
No,
Against
no.
a blinded enemy.
No.
Leah, you go ahead and roll up your new character.
Oh,
Can't blip your way out of this.
I will slowly take the bag off so I can see a little bit.
It sucks. It's a little muted thanks to the crimson hue.
Well, that's good.
Sucks. Today's question: do kobolds have tear ducts?
I don't know.
But you see one of the mossbeards having finished his rest and his breakfast, shifts once again into the form of that large eagle and flies off southward.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Yes. I have no idea.
I'm not going anywhere near that fire again. Looks down at his arm.
Is the fire still there?
Oh,
You can see the faint glow of it, but unfortunately, the distance plus the
Okay.
one large hill between you and them.
I'll just silently nod. By the way, how far away is Rhea and the baby? Specifically, baby.
Just kind of pacing around. So no set distance, but within earshot.
Within 30 feet.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts, focus in on baby, see if there's something else there. I assumed this was gonna go bad.
That's Enigma, except he's celebrating lunch.
Yes, it is, Rindra. I will just say, I know I shouldn't, but I still wanted to thank you. To nobody in particular.
Who are you talking to?
Nah, don't mind me.
I mind you.
What are we going to do with the child?
I'm working on that.
Child, what is your opinion?
I don't think babies can talk.
I'm trying to focus here, people.
Tiny Bella, have you heard of the thunder? Lord of salvation and rebirth.
For the record, you watch as the child is looking at Union.
She heard you.
You're not sure.
Union.
You're not sure if it's because ooh, he's making noise.
I can tell you, it is not because Ushi's making noise. She will crush you, Union.
Ideal, it is a baby.
I am detecting the old lady's thoughts.
It is a baby.
Yes, and inside the baby is the source of that fire.
Well, unless the baby is going to burst into flames, I'm not too concerned.
By the way, I will concentrate on this until the end of the spell.
Do note, in Reed's arms, the baby puts the two hands about an inch from each other, and there's a small little. And she's still staring at Union.
Right. Well, perhaps we can store it in the barrel with the trash lizard?
The barrel is very comfy.
No, we're not putting Bella in the barrel.
But you're fine with the lizard in the barrel.
Yes.
I am bigger than the baby, so
And the baby technically saved my life, so
how did a baby save your life?
it's a long story.
I want to know it.
Tell you later.
You better. I'll keep you to that. I need to know all the secrets.
I will go over to Ree and take the baby so I can try to have the rest of this conversation.
She will not let you.
Fine, I will just stare at the baby in Ree's arms.
Its attention seems to shift to you.
Do you know anything else about this ritual?
You got odds if anyone's interested. Goddamn Joe.
Lizard, you show up here, eat our food, spy on us, and offer to beat up our baby?
I was offered to me. There's a big difference. Okay, I'm not just gonna go around beating up babies unless someone pays.
Realize I am a holy man.
In hindsight, what I said does not sound very good.
The entire conversation you've been having doesn't say.
I said I could spy for you. That's pretty good. I offered to spy and
Joe over here trying hard to be the comedic relief.
I am trying very hard not to stare at Joe right now.
The baby just trying to look at their hands like, I don't know if I can hold a knife. My teeth haven't come in yet.
Does Alfred need help with that burn?
He hasn't asked for help.
Well, I offer to help. I don't got much left.
We just
Um,
long rested.
yes,
Probably didn't
y'all
get
did.
rest.
Oh, right then. Fair enough.
I had the Mossbeards take a look at it. I think Joe was right. Definitely not of the elemental plane. Doesn't really hurt anymore. It's just kind of cold.
Cold.
That definitely doesn't sound healthy.
I mean, who needs 2 arms, right? Whether he is still shivering, what you thought was from the river doesn't appear to be so.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe he just has anxiety.
That makes true.
Or shock from hellfire. Who knows?
Any number of possible things.
Regardless, we must come up with some kind of plan.
I
Yes.
think from my gatherings, I think we need to aim for their casters. The ones casting this ritual.
Yes, but there's the problem of the army separating us from them.
You mean the army that Bella took a good portion of out?
Each time we engage, we have suffered casualties.
I agree.
So have they.
You
Yeah.
guys can go around the army, can't you? Just walk around.
No, because
You
they can
know
move
what
too.
an army is?
Are you questioning my intelligence?
I think he is.
I'll have you know, I am the smartest kobold I know.
How many other kobolds do you know?
That's not
High
the
bar
point.
there. Very high bar there.
Thank you.
What?
I don't need an insight check to sense the sarcasm.
Almost like a small creature couldn't reach it.
But yeah, like you said, they're in between us and the army. You walk around the army and then stab the casty people, and then we're good. Yeah, easy.
The casters are surrounded by hostile forces.
I don't know. It sounds like Miss Barrel Lizard here just volunteered. Good on you.
What?
Lathander, bless you.
Midred did not agree to this.
But it's
Your
easy,
word
right?
is your bond.
Vidra is not the sneaking kind.
Don't you have to sneak to find information?
Well, shut up. You can also steal things to find information. That's what I do.
Don't you have to be sneaky to steal things?
No.
Eyebrow raise.
And what if the people you are stealing from find you because you are not being stealthy?
Run away, disguise yourself, run away again.
Maybe we could disguise you as a zombie and you could sneak through unmolested.
Do zombies work like that?
What
Do
a
they
way to find
go
out.
by?
Oops. I did that.
Why?
Yes,
Clint.
that's exactly how zombies work.
I want a religion to see if I know if zombies only go by.
I mean, maybe? Though these are controlled zombies, so maybe their perception is only as good as the one controlling them.
That's actually a good idea, though. I can disguise us. We'll go in there. We'll sneak past all the undead, and we'll stabify the
I
people.
will point out we have tried this plan before.
You disguised yourself and snuck in?
One of
We-
us did.
We had very, very good disguises and snuck in. It did not go well.
Oh, well, never mind.
Without the army, I do not know how we can get back in to strike at the casters. But there's no guarantee the army will arrive before the casters are finished.
As you say that, it is Ree and Ree alone who points out yet another thread ascending to the sky.
Okay. How many are there? Three?
Four
Threads?
in total.
Four?
Whatever plan we decide to do,
We need to do it fast.
we need
What
to do
if-
it now.
What if we return to the flying caster artillery plan?
We lost our artillery. I pointed at the baby.
Baby fireball.
Where?
Don't tempt her.
Can none of us else cause massive magical damage?
Not on that scale.
Fireball is very, very good for that scale.
But what about other magics?
I'm afraid mine is very, very specialized.
Is that Albert?
Alfred.
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 I don't know, but Albert just stuck in my head. I can do a little bit, but it is nowhere near as potent as Fireball. And I need to be quite a bit closer, which is not great.
I have a knife.
If we drop the kobold in, could she stab the casters?
No. Not with this kind of sunlight.
What if we tried at night?
No.
What do you do here?
I spy.
On us?
That's not the point. I told you, I find information. I get secrets and then I sell them. I didn't steal any of your secrets, don't worry.
Insight check.
You're feeling pretty confident,
Okay.
but
Pedro is trustworthy.
I wonder. I wonder if we could try what we attempted yesterday. Distraction and then striking in.
That didn't go very well, and as far as I know, you never even got in.
I might be able to draw Orson out.
but that doesn't allow us access to the casters.
Are you able to challenge him to one-on-one combat? He has a name, and a lot of named people accept combat challenges.
Ranger presses her head against the fourth wall. It's a possibility. He may come out, or he may send his armies to strike me down.
And then, if he comes out and the whole army is looking at them, we can sneak in and kill the caster.
That was the plan.
And by we, I mean everyone else.
I admit it seems the odds of that succeeding are rather long. Yet I do not know what else we can try. If it might buy you enough time to get in and strike at the casters.
Well, this is obviously like a very powerful ritual that's going on, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And what I know about rituals is they're pretty much like, to dumb it down, like baking a cake. You have to put the right ingredients in to come out right. But if you put some of the wrong stuff in, it can mess it up
Are you gonna put the wrong stuff in the cake?
pretty much.
Oh, that's a good. I like this idea.
What if we added some more stuff to the ritual to make
Added
it go bad?
Added some of our own magics to it.
That's what I'm thinking.
How do we do that?
Go in just throwing chili powder everywhere to go with the analogy. The thing is, again, it's getting us there.
Yeah, getting there is going to be the hard part.
Well, how much of their forces are left?
I heard something about eagles the other day.
You just watch
That
one
is
fly
a lot
away.
fire.
And Sandalar's I guess I'd be I can carry one. Like, I'm not a big fan of chili powder.
It's an analogy.
Oh.
I mean, the other thing is obviously get close enough and I can try to remove some of the ingredients. If it is a large ritual like I think it is, I mean, I have a ritual that I can perform that might be able to stop it as well. But again, it's not going to be a big ritual like them, but it is going to take me 10 minutes to cast it.
I don't know if it will be effective, but
What is it?
I'm thinking of basically getting close enough to silence about half the people putting stuff into this.
And cut off their access to channeling magic.
Yeah, like suddenly half the ingredients aren't going into it. At the same time, possibly somebody else can try to
mess
add-
with the other side, add some fun.
add some fun. All of a sudden, the ritual starts going out of control, and maybe it works.
Short of airdropping a kobold into the middle of the camp, I don't have better ideas.
Don't airdrop her, Dra.
I mean, I hear kobolds are some pretty bad magical parts. We could throw that in.
No. Ridra is not magic
I'm
either.
saying if Plan B doesn't or Plan A doesn't work, and Plan B
There's no
isn't
magic.
going very well, we can go with Plan K, which is Cobalt.
There's no magic in me.
There's magic in us
No
all.
magic.
I mean, maybe that's the point. We throw something that doesn't have magic into the pot.
What about the bear? You can throw the bear into the pot.
Oh, he's very magical.
Oh. Okay.
And I don't think we can throw. You're far more aerodynamic and throwable.
I will point out there are multiple casters, which we kind of already knew.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't think the same casters who are keeping us away would be the same casters.
Oh, I
From the
don't think
original.
so either. But I do also have one more. I do have one more idea that is highly dangerous to me.
Which is?
Remember how we saw my dad in Insulin?
Yes.
That's a lot of souls.
Wow, it looks really.
Do undead
Union
have
looks
souls?
very confused.
Perhaps I say I talk one-on-one with my dad. Say, if you try to help us out a little bit here, all these souls can be yours. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but
How many of them are left? Because the fire, you said, killed a lot of them. Maybe there's not even that many. We're overthinking it. We can just sneak in without them even knowing.
like my plan is 100% last chance.
So plan J.
I prefer plan I. Actually, no, plan T. Because plan K comes before T.
Hmm.
All right, Rayleigh didn't see all that.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I forgot about that.
Well, it's funny that you should mention that idea. Ree points out to the party as she's busy playing nursemaid that there is a small flighted figure heading back your way. For a moment, she thought it was the halfling druid who had left to assist Elzar, but it's much smaller than even its eagle form was.
I will look to it. Do I recognize it?
There's sporadic and very chaotic flight patterns. This bulbous, and as it gets closer, impish
Just
creature
face goes to the head.
trying to track you down for quite some time.
Face goes to the head.
I
It
mean-
should already be there.
And I meant facepalm is what I meant. It has been a very long day.
Face goes to the head. I would hope so. But those who draw their attention to there is indeed an impish creature getting closer and closer. It's not flying very high as it struggles to keep itself aloft.
Union, don't kill it.
Why would I be killing it? It's Enigma that's going to kill it.
Your attention is on it. It's a demon union.
I'm part demon.
Devil.
You're also a
Oh.
paladin.
That too.
Perhaps it has come to learn the word of Lord Lathander.
I highly doubt it.
Oh, devil, do you have a time to talk about Lathander today?
What do you want?
Give it a pamphlet.
You see, in the beginning, Union
I
begins
put
preaching.
my hand over Union's mouth.
It lands amongst you all and starts doing the dragging one leg with this big leering smile that stares at Ideal.
Arms crossed. And Infernal, what do you want before I send you back home?
Hey, just turns and you can see there's leather of another creature stitched around it like a vest.
Yeah.
Ideal, I do not like this thing.
Neither
Also,
do I, but I
He
know what
seems
this
friendly.
is. You do know what's going to happen when I read the message, right? I say to
Message her.
I rip the message off.
Flashes.
Welcome to
Worst
how my
guy.
dad sends messages.
Your dad is very weird.
Yes, he is. What's the message say? I will not read it out loud at first. God damn it, Joe.
I want to think that both his message and my message landed at the exact same time.
It did.
Like, with like enough of no delay, so you had to like wait a second.
Yeah. Yes, that is exactly what happened.
Like, I hear typing like shit, faster. Hey son, how you doing? Did you get the
It
cookies
was-
from mom?
It was literally happy birthday, love, Dad. And if that wasn't successful, I will show it to the party. Oh. Hmm. Right. I'm gonna go away.
What did it say?
None of your business.
No, what did it say?
None of your business.
Can I read it?
I sneak away from from Rindra.
In broad daylight.
She's a kobold. It's fine.
On an open plain. Ridra, you blinked. You lost them.
Are
Where'd
you
it go?
sure?
No.
It's not an auto fail on
Fair,
skill
fair.
checks. But impressive, sir.
Look, if this is going to be my last roll this year, is there really anything else to sum it up?
Yeah, you all watch.
go?
He quickly rolls it up and pulls the backpack down over Ridger's head for a brief second, and sprints over to the river.
Where'd he go? I wanted to see what is on that.
I will.
He went
Remove-
that way, and I point towards the encampment.
I will
Run towards it.
Oh shit. Okay, duly noted.
I will remove my necklace
I say to
And-
Elquist, stop her.
and start the ritual.
Duly noted. Ridra, you're being chased down by an elk who is marked with fire markings. Got a piece of its antler missing. It's
Non-lethally.
Okay, well, running faster now.
Yeah, I don't know.
what's your speed?
30.
It catches you quite easily.
Oh,
I guess it's going to make a hoof attack. Non-lethal.
I'm gonna like just drop down and just like cover my face.
Oh, you're prone, so it has advantage. So it just baps you on the back while you run away. Just looks back at you and like, she stopped. But,
I like to imagine there was quite a bit of aggression gotten out of that from that hoof stomp.
No, because she kind of just gave it to him, so he's
He doesn't
he's
even get that satisfaction.
no catharsis whatsoever.
Thank you. Don't let her go toward the camp.
Just puts a hoof on Ridger's back.
That works.
I can't do.
So,
I am not equipped to.
is anyone paying mind to Ideal who just waddled off?
Yep.
After
It's
a-
far too early.
as
Union
a
would
missive
watch
has
them leave.
arrived? Is that normal? Okay. I'm fresh out of ideas. I can. You all discuss back and forth. Finally, taking the time to eat your own breakfasts. The whole time Ridra is held there in place. So unless he should try to resist.
No, it's been a long day.
It's like 7 in the morning.
It's been a long day. I got kicked out of a barrel.
The already alien in nature lighting around your current place of rest. Nearer to the river where Ideal had sauntered off, seeming a little annoyed,
Yes.
begins to darken. Almost centralized on where he is. As you lay the leather scrolled work down on the ground and trace the sigils about, begins to move, continue, almost starting to turn into its own sort of whirlpool of darkness. Through it you hear a voice. Oh, that took longer than I had expected. One of the brats, I hope I finally found, yes?
Yep.
Wonderful.
Arms crossed. There is no joy in this.
For the record, it is not his voice.
Whose is it?
You don't know. There's no ring of familiarity.
Okay.
I figured using lettering you were familiar with would catch your attention, to say the least.
You would be right.
And it seems I've now figured where you are.
Well, I figured one of my allies would have screwed that up eventually. Now then, who are you?
let's say, an anonymous benefactor.
Who do you serve? Would be the better question.
Well, with this conversation going the right way, you. I love the dead silence.
I'm thinking. You send one of my father's, albeit not great, but loyal messengers. I can only imagine.
I'm merely looking to trade favors, and I'm tired of dealing with hags. So,
I do the shrugs like, yeah, fair.
I've been trying to suss out any of his bastards floating about and flitting around, playing the hero. Tell me, would you like power?
I do. But I also know what can often come from those deals.
Oh, I'm an honest collection of souls, I swear.
You do realize who I'm related to, right?
That's half the fun.
I assumed as such.
Trying to crack that ice for millennia
Yeah, you wouldn't be the first one,
now.
nor
I
will you
won't
be
be
the
the
last.
last.
But we've been spending too much time together. Right. In exchange for help for power, what would you want from me?
I merely wish to offer patronage to a, well, potential field benefactor.
By the way, insight check.
By all means.
I don't expect this to do anything, but you know.
Without a physical representation to read, and then even knowing the sort of creatures that your family would deal with, it's a hard tell. The promise sounds at least genuine. But then,
I know my family.
how's this? I can give you a taste, say, a day or two. Suss it out. You've burnt through one of 3 uses of this particular item that I've enchanted.
And if
After
I don't,
all, I have a feeling you can't keep that little trinket off for too long.
crap, I'm gonna have to reattune to this thing. You're right. Give me a day, and if I like it, and I get a full contract in paper or whatever passes
Paper.
for it.
You look down at the
Yes.
skin in your hand.
Or whatever passes for it. Let me finish my sentence.
Right. Precious.
we can go from there.
Wonderful. Slowly, a clawed hand reaches out.
Do I recognize the color of said hand?
It is inky and black, bone thin.
I will shake hands.
Duly
Things that
noted.
can't go wrong.
And retracts. We'll be in touch.
I'm sure we will. And I start reattuning to my necklace.
So, for the record, party, he is gone for quite some time before the light shifts back to normal. Ish.
After a few minutes, Union would go down the hill to where Elkvis and Ridra are.
Like the other hoof just pawing next to her.
Hello, little lizard.
Hello.
You're not going to do anything dumb again, are you?
I wanted to see what was on the paper. Skin paper.
Yes, well, Joseph lied to you. Ideal did not go that way.
Why would he lie?
Do you understand that Joseph is a rather strange character?
I don't understand anything.
Best investigator. Says the voice
Yes.
from the heavens.
Quite. Would you like me to have Elkris get off you now?
Yes.
Are you going to come back to camp with me?
I mean, it's go to camp or go to Undead Town, and I don't want to go to Undead Town.
Very well, Elkris. Release her, please.
Pads back to the camp. And oddly goes to hang out by Enigma. Fireball buddies.
Fireball buddies.
They're starting the fireball recovery program.
Fireballs anonymous.
Those poor animals. Who would
Yeah.
ever do such a thing?
If you must know, it was the baby.
Baby
What
stares at
baby?
you.
Who are you?
I'm gonna scribble in my notebook.
Yeah, I know. Maybe not the best way to walk away before the ritual comes back. What baby? Like his memories of wife. Like, hold up now. Hold up.
So, is that deal here or no? Is he still off?
Yes. I imagine I would come back at this point.
By the time Ridra and Union arrive, you would have just finished your agreement and be on your way back.
I say nothing about this.
What was on the paper?
None of your business.
What was on the paper?
None of your business.
Please?
One
No,
person with the perception high enough to trigger something is still not here.
not here.
I will trade you a secret for a secret.
No.
Ooh, it's a super important secret.
Yes.
I was gonna ask if I noticed anything. He literally did just talk about selling souls over.
You're welcome to roll a perception check if you're just you're like kind of looking him over. nothing catches your eye outright. Well, if we're done playing with letters from home, am I carrying anyone for another artillery run?
Well, I could do like some single target stuff.
Joseph's idea of silence sounded promising.
I can only carry one.
I would suggest Joseph then. Try and cut off the flow of magic to the ritual.
And Mr. Joseph, was it? You don't get airsick, do you? The tiefling nearly vomited on my talons.
I don't think so. Do we have a plan for me to get out after I fly in and do this?
Can you not cast from the air?
Again, 10 minutes. Ritual.
Hmm.
Uh,
I mean, if you can get in and we got through quietly, I suppose I can, by signal, come and get you, get out. But, that's... I don't
They will
know.
not-
They are on high alert.
They will not see the giant eagle. His falling to the ground will surely draw attention. Idea, what could you do?
Mostly the same thing he can. I put it, Joe.
Are you talking silence or a spell?
Mostly rain down some blasts.
But
Maybe
that's
try.
not what
Let me finish. Maybe try to dispel it. But again, that is an extreme unlikelihood.
Ridra.
He's angry.
It's like he's had a day already.
Was it me? Was it? I didn't do it. Ridra, sorry.
It was
Well,
not you.
Oh, okay, good.
barring any other plan and considering the limitations learned about from what Joseph do, I would suggest Ideo flies in, tries to zap some of the spellcasters, and then leave before it gets too hot. Otherwise, I could charge down, see if I could draw Orson out, create some kind of distraction for you all to sneak in.
I vote for whatever does not get Ridra eat.
Probably none of it.
Ree points towards the encampment as you guys are all sort of huddled there by the supplies crates and barrels. And there is a small contingent heading your way.
Well, that's not good.
Oh no.
To arms.
Well, I need wisdom saving throws first. For those who have anything special against fear effects, it would apply. I also need ones for Enigma and Elkfist.
Accidentally disadvantage, but it doesn't matter.
I don't have any, like, you can't be frightened. Or whatever.
Don't.
Remember, you
Or
guys are
avert.
you are currently near
Yeah.
the paladin for his
Yeah.
bonuses.
What does that mean again?
That's the paladin.
If I recall, we add his charisma to saves? Paladin?
Uh, uh, I have, let's see. Yes, +4 bonuses to saves.
Okay,
+4.
+4. Fitting, Union. Fitting.
Do you even paladin union?
Wow.
I turn and smite Joe.
You would if your muscles were responding.
Hold.
As at the moment, only Joseph has passed.
Does anyone know what an elk's wisdom
Just
modifier
roll a
is?
d20.
It's an 11.
And a displacer beast?
That one I
Your
don't know off
displacer
the top of
beast
head.
is +1. So once again, only Joseph has succeeded.
Once again, only Joe can do anything.
As
What about the bear?
The bear is still needing to roll then. Yes, that is true. I have my feelings though. It's a Joe-related creature, so one statement remains true either way. Joe is typing.
Do you need one for Re?
I do.
Or do you
Yes.
got that? Okay.
And the mounts, since we're going there.
Your basic mounts are terrified.
Yeah.
The wars?
You may roll for the no one's particular roll horse.
I don't have the stats anymore.
Just roll a
That's
d20.
Reese.
Duly noted. Okay.
That was without
No,
Union's
duly
bonus.
noted. So far, there's 2 of you that can act. Joe, I'm waiting on just give me a raw d20 for your bear real quick.
Oh, yeah. 1d20. It's double digits.
Yep. So there are 3 in total that has succeeded. Okay. Those of you who have failed, namely those by 5 or less, so Ridra and Union, you are stunned with fear. Oh, sorry, I deal as well. Wait, that's without the +4, so
11.
okay. Yeah. Those of you. So Ideal, Ridra, Union, the animals, minus the bear. are physically stunned, your muscles refusing to react as you watch this hulking half-orc figure in full plate armor with these hobbling creatures following him in chains. At a glance, those of you who have the ability to actually look, so Ree and Joe, he is dragging along what to be bruised and battered children, young, like teenage age children.
Okay.
That's where we're going to fade to black.
Oh,
With the last words being, and just who do you think you're going to call out?
oh,